everyone, to NRG Stadium in Houston. We're in the first quarter of play, and it's the Browns in control of the football.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 3 options. RPO zone key selected. Slash return. Slash RPO zone key.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 17 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
And they've got a nice scheme going right now. And they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
He's going to look deep now for Landry. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 53 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, Y corner.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 15 options. Pat attempt.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Now Landry. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple of days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. So, CD, a change at quarterback here as we move into the second half of the year. And, look, let's face it, this is a franchise that's starting to rebuild a bit right now. It was time for a change, so they'll hand things over to the youngster, guy who's been around for a couple of years now, and he's going to get a big test in this one.
And, Brandon, we have to remember, he didn't take a snap in year one, but he spent the season on the practice squad, so a lot of people would say, so how does that actually help you? Well, he's around the team. He's around the playbook. He's in all the meetings. He is practicing day in and day out. He had offers to go elsewhere, but he was comfortable here, wanted to stick it out, and I know he's glad that he did because now he gets a chance to make the most of the opportunity and show that he's in their plans for not just now, but for next year as well.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line.
There's a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route. Plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 30 options. HB die be selected.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long.
And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Off the play fake. Cone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Well, there you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
There are 8 categories. You have 15
and applause to the action because the
play is
booth,
under
they see
review.
something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And his throw is incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in and it runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson, incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. 3rd down here.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Entering play call, recent plays. There are 6 categories.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Credit that break up to Greedy Williams.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Landry brushes him off. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Browns to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Entering play call, coach suggestion. Curls combo. Inside zone.
Off play action. Coe. And that is incomplete. He couldn't run that through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football and win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Coe. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They're utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. Stick. AHP zone WK. Recent plays, AHP dive.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Entering play call, recent plays. There are 8 categories. You have 9 options. HP dive is selected.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
At the 13-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. And the Browns 1st down.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing us. What's up, guys? Get in there.
Entering play call, recent slot cross.
That's the end of the first quarter.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Entering play call, recent plays. There are 8 categories. You have 9 options.
From the 13 now, they work
selected.
on 1st and 10. Chubb. And another tackle broken. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And it is now 21-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a bad move, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Myles Garrett.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Entering play call, recent plays. There are 6 categories. You have 9 options. Overload preseason.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. From the gun, Watson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Landry now on the return. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession. He's in a zone, 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that.
Giving a blitz. Likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Chubb. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
Entering play call, coach suggestion, recent play, AHB, slot cross.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake. Coe. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
That was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Get in there.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
Now McManus to
Right
tack on the
categories.
extra
You have
point.
15 options. That attempt is selected.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Houston set to take over. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. Overstorm rig.
To throw is Watson. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, recent plays. There are 8 categories. You have
So
9
they come
options.
up 1st and 10
Slot
now from the
cross is
33.
selected.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And down inside the 15 he goes. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I love the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Entering play call, recent plays. There are 8 categories. You have 9 options. HB dive is selected.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Off play action. Coe. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
Now
There are 8
McManus for the extra
categories.
point.
You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
And He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand. It could get worse. 3 yards to gain there, second down.
There are 6 categories. You have 9 options.
28-yard
Now
line.
is selected.
Operating from the gun, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The Texans on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Oh, the spin. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
We'll see how much they give him the ball here. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Hooper with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns continue to roll. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
McManus now for the extra point.
That attempt is selected.
And the route is on here in this first half. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And we focus on Duke Johnson now. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Watson on first down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home. And then, oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Larry Ogunjobi.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time, but it'll be second and goal.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a first and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
There's something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target. But he was coming quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything that they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
And that wound up traveling an even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
Entering play call, coaches increasing plays. Error 6 overload free scheme 2.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Entering play call,
22-yard line.
Other 6 categories. We have 9 options. Cover
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Watson looks to throw again. And an incomplete pass.
What is it?
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Again, it's Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Olivier Vernon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash, this from 48. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Texans 3.
On 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. 94 will.
The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, where you see the final score there. Aaron Rodgers, over 300 yards passing in the victory, with a couple of touchdown passes as well. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. Cam Newton, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football to wrap up the week between the Buffalo Bills and the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
We have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Now this will make it into the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
Entering
Take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And they start the second half with Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Cover 1 SS blitz.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Recent plays, there are 6 categories. You have 9 options. Overload, please team to a selected.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Oh, man, it's been rough night for the offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Entering play call, recent plays. There are 6 categories. You have 9 options. Cover 3 cloudy selected.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Watson to give. This is Johnson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Does a really nice job of picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that is incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
15-yard line.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. He's got a first down and more past the 30. He's at the 50. The 30, and finally taken down at the 20-yard line.
Bradley Roby on the tackle. It's a good
Nick Chubb, about as dynamic a runner as the NFL has to offer. He put his talents on full display there. That was some kind of run.
And there was so much that was impressive about this play, but it wasn't just what he did downfield. How about what he did behind the line of scrimmage? This wasn't a play where he just had a direct path to get him downfield and make the big play. He had to adjust on the fly behind the line of scrimmage, and in the end, that became a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. They run. Chubb. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Entering play call.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
58's Mike, 58's Mike. Man, I got you.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run?
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And this offense is running away with this one. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Recent play, cover 3 club.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Watson. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Entering play call, recent plays. There are 6 categories. You have 9 options.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Entering play call, recent plays. There are 6 categories. You have 9 options.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Here's Brian Anger now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchdown.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories.
The Browns drive about to get started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Back now in Houston, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. Powers through again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
New set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 30 options. 0-1
back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Watch the pass. Hey, 58 is the light. Go 58 is the light. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Again, this is Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Bernardrick McKinney there to make the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
15 yards on the play, 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Entering play call, recent plays. There are 8 categories. You have 9 AHP dive.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41.
55, 55. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Plays. There are 8 categories. You have 9 options. HP dive is selected. Inside zone. AHP leg dive.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
There are 8 categories. You have 9 options. HB dive is selected. Double and sail.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Let's go!
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories.
Now
You have
McManus
15
to tack
options.
on the extra
Attempt
point.
is selected.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.